Guys, it happened. It actually happened. We finally have a Looney Tunes movie that has a Rotten Tomato score of over 50%.
See, that wasn't so hard.
The Day the Earth Blew Up is easily the best Looney Tunes movie ever made, though to be fair, there wasn't really much competition. I adore this movie. Everything about it just screams passionate. They brought back the silhouette joke. I mean, come on. You can tell the people behind this movie are fans of the original shorts. There's a montage near the beginning where it's presented as an actual old school Looney Tunes short. The aspect ratio changes to 4:3 and they even have title cards. And honestly, it was beautiful. That meant a lot to me. For years, I've been wanting to see these guys in the big screen as they were originally intended. I even tried to watch the Teen Titans Go movie back in 2018 just for that Daffy intro. I didn't get to see the movie because the ticket vendor said they were out of tickets, but I digress. And I didn't get to see Space Jam 2 in theaters because I had a really bad sickness, which might have been the virus that we all know and hate. I'm not sure. I don't know. I didn't get tested. I guess we'll never know. So finally getting that experience was honestly really beautiful. Now, I know it sounds like I'm judging this movie based off what it's based on. And yeah, I guess I am. But all that bias away, this movie is still pretty fun. The story is fine. It's not bad, but it's pretty basic. Like it follows a lot of common tropes and stuff that's honestly kind of predictable, which is why I'm kind of having a difficult time recommending this movie to Letterboxd users. But hey, it's Looney Tunes. It doesn't need to be complex. It just has to be funny, which this movie is. It's your typical Looney slapstick humor with some quips and jokes that don't ruin the tone of the movie. It takes its scenes with the respect it needs, which is kind of weird saying since this is a Looney Tunes movie. I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel at least somewhat emotional. Oh, and also, I love the animation. It makes the most mundane task look and feel so much more enjoyable. Scenes like the character screaming or Daffy struggling to get rid of gum from his body are fun to sit through. There's a scene where Porky and Daffy cry, and the way they animated them was just so exaggerated and goofy that I just can't help but laugh and enjoy myself. And that was clearly its intention. It knows what it is. I don't really have that much criticism, but I do have like small nitpicks. I feel like they should have Bob Borg. What? I feel like they should have Bob Bergen voice Porky Pig instead of Eric Bauza. That's not to say he's bad. He's not bad at all. He's great. He is a fantastic voice actor. In fact, his Daffy Duck voice is amazing. It's just that Porky and Daffy kind of sound a little too similar. Porky doesn't sound exactly like Daffy. You can still point out some differences, but at the same time, you can tell those two are being voiced by one guy. You're just not Mel Blanc, bro. I'm sorry. I love you, but you're just not him. I'm sorry. I don't think we'll have another Mel Blanc. Also, I would say the social media influencer scene was my least favorite part because, you know, they're referencing social media and that's always corny. But the scene only lasts for about 4 seconds. Daffy shakes some ass for a little bit, then it immediately hard cuts to the next scene. I'm so glad they did that. There's something else that I want to say, but it might be considered spoilers, so I'm going to put a warning here. Skip to this time frame if you don't want to be spoiled. 3, 2, 1. No other Looney Tunes characters show up, not even for a brief cameo. Actually, I lied. There is one other character that appears in this movie, and that is this guy from A Pest in the House. That's such a random character to put in, considering he isn't really a recognizable icon, but hey, you know, it's something. Oh, and also Beans the Cat makes a little cameo too. But he isn't really a character, he's like the name of a mascot of a restaurant, so I don't count that. No Tweety, no Sylvester, no Wile E. Coyote, no Bugs Bunny, no Granny. There is an elderly woman who is voiced by Candy Milo. Who sounds like Granny, but it clearly isn't her. And this is probably the most disappointing of all. No Marvin the Martian. I was kinda hoping for him to show up for at least one scene. But no, not even a name drop. He's just not here. Now, I don't need him to be in the movie. It won't make the movie better. But it would have been a pleasant surprise if he showed up, considering this is the movie about an alien invasion. Are you telling me a Looney Tunes movie about an alien destroying the Earth, presumably, doesn't include its only alien character, who is an icon? But honestly, that might be one of this movie's biggest strengths. It's awesome knowing that they were confident that Porky Pig and Daffy Duck can carry a movie by themselves. I really do wish that this movie does well. The Looney Tunes deserve to have this, but unfortunately, that doesn't seem likely. The marketing was so lackluster. I saw nothing for it. Like, come on, at least a Super Bowl commercial would suffice. I had to willingly look for any sort of commercial. Commercials aren't supposed to be viewed at willingly. There were only 2 other people at the theater I was in. Though to be fair, it was a Thursday afternoon and nobody goes to the movies at that time. But still, I doubt that this movie will even get the attention it deserves. It's kinda crazy knowing that Warner Brothers thinks that this is a good movie to distribute and market, and this deserves to be tossed out and be forgotten. I also want to point out that this is a fully 2D animated movie in 2025. While yes, it is a breath of fresh air, general audiences might write off this movie as being cheap or outdated. But I could be wrong. After all, this is just my speculation. I would love to be wrong. Go watch this movie while it's in theaters. I'm telling you, it enhances the viewing experience. And one more thing, I don't get the hype for boba tea. I had it years ago and I didn't like the taste. It's the most overhyped drink of all time.